So last Saturday I attended the 4th annual Unstoppable Foundation's Gala in Los Angeles, and it was an amazing evening. There was hundreds of people there, and I was so inspired by the evening, by the people that were there, by the work that they were doing to support education for children in Africa, and also by the people that I was able to meet. And I was able to meet and personally thank someone who was very instrumental in my journey and my learning, who is Fabienne Friederickson. And the whole experience took me back to 2 years ago when I just had this small idea of what I wanted to do and no idea how to do it, no idea how I was going to do it, just this burning desire and a dream that wouldn't really give up. And as I was sitting there at the gala looking around, I thought to myself, wow, I've come so far. And I had this moment of like celebration and gratitude. And I wanted to share that with you a little bit, and a little bit of the backstory. So 2 years ago, no, actually 4 years ago now, in 2008, I lost my health completely. I was burned out, I was stressed out. I had been giving so much and I hadn't been taking care of myself, wasn't setting good boundaries, lots of things that I take responsibility for, but I completely and totally lost my health. There was like 4 different health problems that each on their own would have been significant, and they all collapsed one upon another. And for 2 years I was ill. I was in bed the majority of the time, bedridden, and for 9 months I was in pain, somewhere between tolerable and excruciating. And that was a really, really tough time in my life. I didn't know if I was ever going to recover, and if I was ever going to recover my health. And yet that time and period of being sick gave me so much clarity. I realized that I needed to change what I was doing, and I had a deep desire to help and to serve, and I was doing that, but the way that I was doing that was not aligned with my gifts and talents, and it wasn't, I was expending a whole lot of energy to do things that just really weren't in my genius zone. And I knew that I could be spending a lot less energy to do things that lit me up and that made me inspired and that still did great things in the world. And so I had this vision that started to become clear and that just wouldn't go away, that there had to be a way that I could still serve, that I could still satisfy this desire and burning need that I have to touch other people's lives and to create impact in the world, and that I could do this in a way that was positive and a force for good, and that I could also make money off of it. And I had no idea how I was going to do that. And somehow I came across a teleclass from Fabienne Friederickson, and I listened to it, and it inspired me so deeply because for the first time someone was able to paint a picture for me of what was possible in my future, that I could create impact in the world, be a force for good, and make money at the same time. And this teleclass just expanded my mind to what could be possible, and it was so exciting. And at the end she gave the call to come to one of her events, and by the end of the call I was like, I've got to figure out how I can do this. It created such a desire in me, like not only is she saying that this is possible, but she's also saying that, you know, she's done it and she could tell me how to do it. And it wasn't really possible for me to go. I was sick as a dog and in Mexico and bedridden and not able to do or go anywhere. I did, however, invest in one of her entry-level programs, a $300 boot camp that I went through and I just thought was fabulous. And that was, you know, the start of me kind of getting into the world of learning about all of this and becoming more involved with what's possible. Anyway, so skipping forward in time now, it's been 2 years since I recovered in 2010, and 2011 actually, and now I have, come back to the US, have gotten my business started off the ground, and I was sitting there at the event and feeling so much gratitude, like, look how far I've come. And it was a great feeling. And of course, my brain would have to go to, and look how far you have to go. And I can go there. I do go there. It's not fun, it's not pretty, I don't recommend it. But there, that night, I was like, tonight I'm going to celebrate, I'm going to be happy that I have come this far, and amazing things have come together to enable me to do it. I set a clear intention of what I wanted to achieve. Actually, some of my friends, when I was just getting started, were like, Bethany, you have such clarity about what you want to do. I kind of envy you that. I don't have so much clarity, and I'm feeling kind of confused right now. And I was like, well, 2 years of being sick helps a lot with that, but really not recommended. If there's any way you can get some clarity without having to go through that, I would definitely try. For me, that's what I needed to do. But as I went along, it's been amazing. It's like God, the universe, love, the divine, whatever you want to call it, has just supported me in my vision. And friends and loved ones and mentors have been there to support me as I needed it, to show me compassion and care when I was not able to give that to myself, to give me a swift kick in the pants when I needed it, and to really hold me to my highest, to believe in me when I wasn't capable of believing in myself. And I realized that I can be proud of myself too, and grateful that I've kept going. Through all of the times, and there have been many, that I have just been like, what the hell am I thinking? Seriously? What possessed me to think that I could do this, that I could start my own business, that I could, do anything good? And the days that are low, and the house is a mess, and the laundry is everywhere, and I feel behind in every area of my life, and these days are many, or all my issues come up anytime I get started on something new, and I just want to make them go away, and I don't want to have to deal with them, but they're there. And all of those times, it's just, I've kept going. And when I sat there at the event, at the gala, torn between, oh, look how far I've come, and oh, look how far I have to go, I realized that, well, that's the thing. I kept going. And if I keep going from here, 2 years from now, I'll be able to look back and say, look how far I've come since the gala. And that was a good thought. That was a happy thought. And I feel so much gratitude in my heart, and it makes me so happy to see so many people that I have learned from and that I have respected there supporting this kind of work. So it's excited. I'm excited about what's next in the next 2 years. It's going to be exciting, I know. I can't wait. And I invite you to come along with me on the journey. It's going to be a wild ride, There'll be ups and downs, and it'll just be, I'll just keep going, Determination has got to be good for something, and I've got a lot of it. So I invite you to join me on my journey, Bethany's Progress, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye for now.